Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we'll discuss the core elements of design thinking. In the previous session, I introduced you with what is design thinking, why is design thinking important, and we went through a couple of case studies as well to make you understand how design thinking has transformed the way companies were working. In this session, we will discuss the core elements very quickly. The first approach or the first core element of design thinking is it being user-centered. It is always user's perspective which is very important for design thinking. A design thinker will start with what user thinks, what user needs, what would be better for the user, what will make the user feel comfortable, how will the user use the product. That's all. It's all user-centered. Second is the problem solving through iteration. The solutions are continuously refined. It goes through a lot of iterations. It goes through continuous refinement. It keeps improving and it keeps improving through proper prototyping and testing. So first, it being user-centric. Second, it being very iterative in nature. It improves over a period of time. And finally, definitely the design thinking requires interdisciplinary collaboration. It is not that only one domain or one vertical will come into picture to solve the problem. It's going to be interdisciplinary and it brings together the diverse perspectives to foster the innovation and to build things. So, design thinking has got three elements. First is it being user-centered. Second, iterative nature. Third, the necessity and the need for interdisciplinary collaboration. These three are the most important points. Let's understand the differences between the traditional thinking versus design thinking. The traditional problem solving methods, most of the methods often start with a solution. But the design thinking always focuses on understanding the problem deeply. I will understand the problem deeply first so that we ensure the solution is aligned with what user needs, so that the solution is becoming super effective for the user. This way, when you analyze the problem first, you get the solution better and the solution can be more usable by the user. This is called the user perspective. The traditional problem solving methods always start with a solution, but design thinking more focuses on the problem deeply first. Let's understand things first is the more important approach. Then what do we need? We really need this diagram to be understood very clearly, which is called the desirability, feasibility, and viability available. The successful products are nothing but the intersection. We have successful products which are highlighted here as you can see. That is nothing but the intersection of all the three. Now, desirability. Are we able to solve a problem which is real and which is an urgent problem? This is the first thing that we need to understand. Viability. Are we able to generate revenue with a solution that solves the real and urgent problem? So we are trying to solve a problem which is a real problem and which is an urgent problem to be solved. And are we able to generate revenue with the solution that we are providing? And finally, feasibility. Are we able to build the solution that solves a real and urgent problem? So are we getting it feasible? Now, there are challenges here. So this part where you can see there is a problem and users are willing to pay for the problem, but the solution is not technically feasible at this moment. So this is also important. You need to see if your idea, if the solution is coming into this intersection point. Now here, there is a technically feasible solution to a problem that users are willing to pay, but there is no real need for the problem to be solved. It need not be solved at all. It can go ahead at the same state and you need to check if it falls in this category also. And then come here where there is a problem and a solution can be built to solve it, but users are not willing to pay for it. If there is no revenue, if there is no takers, then there is no value. You are not going to gain anything out of it. And for a product to be successful, you need to have this area to be covered. And this is the point which we need to get in. This is what we need as a design thinker to identify. Desirability, viability, and feasibility. There is super important value when it comes to design thinking. Why design thinking matters a lot? Design thinking is very, very critical because it is getting you a solution which is going to be structured and it's going to be real innovation. And you are understanding the user's perspective and most importantly, you are giving what the customer wants. It's going to be more of customer preference that you are handling, and you are getting the customers with stuff that they need. You are creating solutions that is going to resonate with the users, and that's more important for the users as well as you as a person doing business. So design thinking certainly matters. In this quick session, we understood three very important things, where we started with the core elements of the design thinking. Then we went to the differences between traditional versus design thinking, and what we need, what exactly is the thought process that we need to get aligned with is also discussed very clearly through this session. And finally, why design thinking matters is also discussed. In the next session, we will discuss more, and it's going to have more examples as well. If you have any questions, please go ahead and type it in the chat section. I'll be happy to answer. If you like the channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you.